Martha, don't you dare knock over anything. So help me God. All right. Hello, everybody, and oh my, I just squished his face.
Don't do that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. That is Lauren, and yes, today we are drinking a little bit of Oktoberfest from yours truly. Yep, that's what we're doing. Got some Oktoberfest here. Well, I mean, we're drinking my Oktoberfest. I'm talking about it a little bit and whatever, and then we'll drink some whiskey. We'll probably have a mystery blend.
Right now? Like, am I supposed to pour one?
Well, throughout the night. I mean, at some point, yes, I'd like to do a mystery blend, maybe two if you want. But the main thing that we were talking about today is, you know, we're going to talk about his beer. Or at least that was a thumbnail. It's not necessarily the main thing that I want to talk about. Just, you know, I made my first beer. So we're going to both drink it, review it, tell you guys how it is. And then I'll talk about what I'm going to change next time that I do it. Don't put that face. That's not very nice.
I don't want to drink it.
Well, you have to drink it at least once. And you have to tell
I already drank it 3 times.
Okay. Well.
That's not very nice.
Okay. So. Here we are. It's 2024.
Is the TV still going? I thought
Yes.
I turned it off.
What the heck, boy? Martha, you stay. Martha,
no. Come here. Sit.
In the crypts beneath Winterfell, my brother and sister.
Do you want me to pour me a cup of whiskey?
Yeah, I do not have to pour me a cup of whiskey.
Okay, well, get me a cup.
I have a cup.
Now close your eyes.
Well, I'll just walk out.
Oh, well, I'll just touch them all so you never know where it comes from.
Oh, touch them all, huh? That sounds kinky.
How about oh, goodness gracious, how about this one? This one? This one? I think you guys know what it is. It's really got a dry little butt plug on here. Yeah.
Alrighty, Martha, what are you doing? So I also grabbed another Oktoberfest beer here, not that I made, because I figured, you know, it might be worthwhile to do a little side-by-side comparison between the two.
Is it worthwhile?
You act like it's so bad, and I'll admit, when I first tasted it, I thought it was so bad. I actually think I disliked it more than she disliked it when we first tasted it. At least my reactions were way worse than hers. I
was just trying to be nice. It was his birthday.
But it's been a week. It's been in the keg for a week. It's properly carbonated. It has been lagering for a week at cold temperatures. You know, it's ready to drink. This is like what it would get if it were to serve it to someone. This is what it would be. So that being said, I did drink a glass. I just had to pour one for the thumbnail. So I did drink one earlier today, and I have some new thoughts about it. So either way, we're just gonna go over that today. And then also I brought so I have one here from Third Space Brewing, and the light is just, hold on, the light's not it right now. Third Space Brewing in Milwaukee.
It's not working. It's still attached to your face.
Hold on.
Put your head away. No, it's attached to mine.
Why don't it focus? Whatever. You guys get the idea. So we're going to be cracking one of those and doing a little side-by-side comparison. Now,
there's not a side-by-side comparison.
Could you stop? I can't wait for
sorry.
Casey to taste this because, like, it is hoppy. It's very hoppy.
So bitter.
But it's not that, I mean, it could be worse. It was worse when I first tasted it.
It could be worse.
Lord help me.
But that doesn't mean it's good.
give it to someone who likes a hoppy beer. They might actually enjoy it. Peter White is here. Says beer looks good on the thumbnail. Cheers, Peter. Beer. Thanks, Peter. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. He is a very nice man. Cheers, Bino in the house. Bino, cheers to you, good sir. Derek Whiting is also here. Says cheers, everyone. Salute to you. Prost, I should say. Sugar Kitty's here. Says meow. Multitasking. Very nice. That's okay. You're here, so we appreciate you, and that's what we appreciate you, Sugar Kitty. Hanging AZ says here. Hanging AZ is here and says hello. That's not what he said. He says, hey yo. Wow. I just my brain fritzed.
He's been having a rough day.
It's been a rough day. That's not a good face for Chateau Bow Wow commercials.
No one can come to our frickin' brewery if you can't say the damn words.
What face was I making?
No, I was making this face.
Oh. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes Lauren's just gonna have to pretend that she likes my beers. Sugar says...
Sometimes Lauren just has to fake it.
Sugar... Luckily, that's the only thing in our marriage that she fakes. Don't act like I'm not telling the truth. Sugar says, I'm about to open the Oktoberfest suggested by other YouTubers. Which Oktoberfest is that? I'm curious.
Did we suggest it?
Probably not.
You will try it, Bino. At our party.
Our favorite Oktoberfest are literally ones that are made in Wisconsin, so unless he got one from here, I doubt it's it. Sarah Tilot is here, says, cheers! Sarah, are you feeling okay?
Oh, yeah.
Why the fuck didn't she say motherfuckers?
She's back in school mode.
Oh, you can't cuss anymore. She's going to have to say, cheers, mother lovers.
That's not any better.
Well, you're right. She says, is it citrus hoppy, dry hoppy, or her herbal hoppy?
It's bitter and gross hoppy.
Bitter and dry. That's what it is. Peach says, ouch. Well, yeah, can't win them all.
We're just laughing.
Okay, let's just delve into this beer. It's Jack's Abbey Oktoberfest Lager from Frankenham, Mass.
Do you see a K?
Framingham, Mass. Don't make fun of my dyslexia, okay?
That's not dyslexia.
Nice.
That's just being stupid. You have to get diagnosed with dyslexia before you say that.
Okay, so my beer on the nose really smells a lot more like an Oktoberfest than the palate. I mean, it's like you can't really, you don't get a lot of the hoppy.
Like beer. It doesn't smell like anything special.
So from what I've learned on the YouTubes and from my research is that when you add hops to the end of the boil, it's for the aroma and taste. When you add it to the beginning of the boil, that's for bitterness, to create balance. All of the hops in this beer were added at the very beginning of the boil, 60 minutes. So it doesn't necessarily come off as like a fruity, citrusy, hoppy type of nose or anything like that. And even the flavor, like the initial flavor of it is still very Oktoberfest-esque. It's just the finish is super hoppy and dry and just... Now, but, it smells bready and light and a little bit of caramel. So let's drink it. Okay. It really is not that bad. Stop making fun of me.
It's just because you literally just drank it and then you're acting like you're learning new things about you just had it like literally half hour ago.
Yes.
That's what I'm making fun of, not the beer.
Just because I drank it half an hour ago doesn't mean that I'm not going to express my feelings about it toward them. Because it's not that bad. Every time I drink it, I'm expecting it to taste like dog shit.
Why does the phone look all blotchy like that?
I don't know.
I don't want to drink it.
Just drink it.
No, I'm too scared I'm going to get the shits or something.
You're not going to get the shits. Have one sip. Just tell the people how bad it is, and then you can drink your Moscow Mule. Drink it. Come on. Stop.
Why does it look like that?
It's just a foam.
Why does the phone look like that?
I don't know. Listen, okay? Drink my beer. Drink it.
I don't want to. I already had to drink it today. bitter.
Okay, but it's not as bitter as an IPA. I mean,
I don't like IPA.
I know you don't like IPAs. Anyway.
So then, don't make me drink it more.
Alright, it's bready. Super light caramel. It's very light. It's like 4%. I don't even know if it's at 4%. It's technically it can be classified as an Oktoberfest because it's too low of ABV. So it's very light, and the mouthfeel isn't all there. But it's very bready and caramely, and it's just super bitter. I mean, it's just hoppy and bitter. It's not necessarily like flavorful hoppy. It's just bitter. But I have some things I'm going to be doing differently, and we're going to be talking about that. But before we do, let's catch up. It definitely looks very dark. It's not actually that dark.
We're not sure how it got dark.
It's about the same color as like a typical Oktoberfest. You just can't really tell in I mean, I don't know. I'll pour it side by side.
It's a lot darker on the camera than it is on
Yeah, I'll pour it side by side against, like an actual Oktoberfest here soon, and you'll see that it's not, the darkness difference isn't that much. Sarah says, y'all don't prioritize hanging out with Trevor and I, so you just get a basic cheers for the time being. We're on cheers probation.
She's mad that she keeps asking us to do stuff on days we've had shit planned for months.
No, she's only asked us to do stuff on days that we're in Milwaukee.
That's a good point.
Sarah, we invited you to come party up at a wedding in Milwaukee. You're the one who didn't come. Just saying. East Coast Liquor Review says, cheers, guys. Just brewed my first beer a few months ago live on my channel. It was a Hefeweizen, and it came out pretty good, too. Hope you had fun brewing. That's awesome. I did have fun brewing. It was a lot of fun, and I really only did 2 small things wrong, both of which were just me being misinformed about stuff. The first thing is I had 1 gallon too much of water because I was following another YouTuber's recipe, and he wasn't very clear on the amount of water used, and so I just I did what I thought he said to do, and apparently that was wrong. And I didn't use a calculator at the time, so I wasn't sure what was going to happen until I took my gravity reading and found out that, it's 4% alcohol. So that's why it's such light on the ABV. But overall, that's not a huge deal. It's a little bit light in the mouthfeel and the body, but it's not bad, right? So that's like a smaller mistake. The other more drastic mistake that has been made in this beer is not realizing that hops, like the same kind of hop, can come in different alpha acids. So when the guy said use Hallertau hops, and I bought Hallertau hops, I didn't realize that his 4% alpha acid Hallertau hops could be the same hops as my 6.2% alpha acid hops. So basically, the higher the alpha acids, the more bitter and hop forward it becomes. And since even though I use the same amount of the same kind of hops as him, his were only 4%, mine were 6.2, which means when I threw them in here, it created a monster. And so that is what happens. But it's not that bad. It's just not great. I am making another one this Saturday, but I'm using the same recipe, similar recipe with a couple tweaks because I'm using Brewfather now. So it has a calculator. It tells you all your stuff that you need. So I'm using all the correct amounts and types of stuff now. So I have them side by side. And when I do have them side by side, I probably will never pour this one. So that's that. But, it was fun. It was my first beer. I have to learn somehow. I'm not sure what's going on with the phone here. I can't really show you guys very well.
It's just like a patchy foam, and it's thick and not thick. It's
almost grouped into you can kind of see it right there through the glass. I don't want to pour the glass on the table, but I don't know. It's hard to see, but it's just spotty. I don't know. Peter White says, "Geez, I even know where Framingham is." Do you know where Framingham is? I don't know where Framingham is. I'm sorry.
We're somewhere normal and we just are too stupid.
We're so uncultured. You guys should know
I'm
this.
too tired today to deal with this geography.
Sugar Kitty says, interestingly, this beer I have is very highly dry hopped as well. If I was making this beer, I would not let it ferment so much. Less ABV will make it sweeter. See, that's what you said last week, but the one thing I'm confused about, just, again, I have not been doing this very long, and all I'm going on is based on research that I've done and stuff that I've heard from other people. So, like, I don't know if this is true or not, but from what I heard, the fermentation process is the yeast eats the sugars, and it creates diacetyl, and then after it's done fermenting and eating all those sugars, then it eats up some of the diacetyl. So if you take the beer out of fermentation before fermentation is fully complete, then there's still some of that diacetyl note in there, and people don't like having a diacetyl note in there, which comes across as like a buttery popcorn, like vegetal taste. So I heard you say that, and then I really did pull out of fermentation the next day, but I was more worried about it having diacetyl in it. Like, if it was bitter, it's bitter, but if it tasted like buttery popcorn and vegetables. So I was just trying to be safe, and I don't really know what would happen if I pulled it out of fermentation early, but, you know. Peter White says, oh, and it was already extremely low ABV. So, like, it may have been hoppy, but I wanted at least 4% beer. Back to the drawing board, yes, and I do have a new plan, which I will share with you guys. But so the IBU went up, but the ABV isn't high. If you got the caramel, you did that right. Yeah, I used all the correct grains and kind of mash that I would want for the flavor notes, and it's all there. Like, what I would wanted from this beer is there. It's just there in the background of a bunch of dry hoppiness, which is not my favorite note by far. You guys are always busy, Sarah says, prioritizing other people. You know what, Sarah? We don't even prioritize ourselves. Do you know how busy we've been all summer, weekend after weekend? We can't even celebrate my birthday with our family on a weekend because we don't have one for months. So, we apologize that we have not been able to hang out. But in the beginning of the summer, we had more time, but you never invited us to hang out in the beginning of the summer, so... Right? Am I wrong?
I don't remember the beginning.
I remember.
Of the summer.
I just remember the summer started, and like...
No, it's all good.
And then she's just like... We were talking all winter about the pool parties and ragers that she was going to have at her mom's house, and then like nothing happened. And then she invited us out like 3 times in the last month, which is like 2 months after summer already started.
It's almost too cold to have a pool party now. Do you feel how cold it is at night and in the morning? It's really chilly.
Yeah, I don't know. Ashree says the foam sounds typical to me. My local microbrew has a similar issue. There was something they started to add into the mix and it went away. So I did this with 100% distilled water, and the next brew that I'm doing, I'm using salts to build a water profile, which creates texture and mouthfeel and sometimes some flavors based on the type of beer style that you're doing, which that could be part of the reason that it doesn't keep its head very much is or like it's falling apart like this. It could just be like that I need a little bit more texture in the beer, I guess. I don't know. We're going to see what happens with the next one, because the next one should be a better ABV. It should, I guess I don't pour light beer in a cup ever, so I don't know if a low ABV would cause an issue like that too.
I don't think so.
I don't know. East Coast Liquor Review says, as long as there's no pellicle, did I say that right? And the beer doesn't taste really off or smell bad, the beer should be fine. If you bottle conditioned for carbonation, it's probably just that with the head. It's actually kegged, so I skipped bottling completely and jumped right into kegging. So it has been conditioned in the keg for a week at 15 psi. And I turned it down to 12, 13 for pouring this to create the right amount of head. But yeah, so it could also just be the light, like the head disappears fast. And I think part of that reason is because of how low ABV it is, but I don't really know. Like I said, I have a lot of experimenting to do with this kind of stuff. NAZ says, not Creek anniversary 18 year and stag. What?
Did you purchase them? Or is he just trying to change the subject?
Oh, he got some samples and he's gonna be drinking them. That's awesome. Honestly, the anniversary edition, Knob Creek 18, that shit is gangster, and so is the Stag. I have a hard time trying to find out which one I like better, but I am a proof for her, so.
Yeah, you stuffed that face.
We got a little curry. A little curry action today. Made it for the week, and then Lauren had a little leftovers, so I'm gonna munch on this throughout the live stream. Sounds like a good summer to me. Oh, sorry, sugar tea. After this is over, you should tune into 21090. They were a brewing channel first. They would give you advice. Good point. I keep meaning to watch their stuff. I've been on their live stream a few times when they're talking about whiskey, and sometimes when they're reviewing beer. But as far as like seeing any other kind of homebrewing content, if they have that, or if they just talk about beer, I haven't really watched much of their beer stuff anyway. But I should, because I've been watching a lot of beer stuff. There is. Oh yeah. So yeah, I love me Anknock 18 and Anknock 24. Best of all. Wow. Well, that's good. Okay. The more I drink this, the more it feels like it's drinkable. That's a good way to put it. I wouldn't drain pour it. Like if I ordered it at a bar, I would finish it. It is less hoppy than a IPA, but it is more hoppy than an Oktoberfest should be. To put it in perspective, you know what? I can actually probably show you guys the chart that I use with my targets here, which I'll do in a second. There is a pretty good difference in that, but let's just go ahead and put this in perspective. And you know, this one is actually going to be lighter than the next one I make, I think, because the next one I'm using. Or no, the next one I'm using like 1 extra pound of Pilsner malt, so never mind. It'll be probably different, probably lighter maybe. I guess I don't really know. So here is the app called Brewfather, and basically you can put in your recipe and everything you did, and then you also put in the style of beer that you're aiming for, and it tells you your targets. So the target ABVs for Oktoberfest is between 5.6% and 6.3%, and this guy is 4% or 3.94%. So to get that ABV reading, you're going off of the gravity of the beer, original gravity minus final gravity, whatever. The original gravity is supposed to be 1.054 to 1.060, and mine was 1.040, so extremely low. My final gravity was right on at 1.010, and my SRM, which is the color scale, was at 11.5, so I was right in the middle of the range I could be in, between 8 and 17. I did 11.5. But the biggest red flags on this beer, according to the recipe that I used on the Brewfather app, you have IBUs, which is the International Bittering Unit. It's supposed to be between 18 and 24. This bad boy is sitting at 35 IBUs. Actually, hold on. No, that's correct. Yes. 35 IBUs, so way higher than it's supposed to be. Now, the IBUs is a bittering unit based on like how much hops you add into it, but the real telltale sign of if the beer is going to taste bitter, or more of a telltale sign, is the BUGU, which is a bittering units in a ratio with the gravity units. because that basically tells you how bitter it's going to be based on how light bodied the beer is, or gravity readings wise. This is supposed to be between 0.32 and between 0.42. This is at 0.88. So I'll try to make it so you guys can see this. So that's what it looks like. And you can see, or down here, my gravity units and all that kind of stuff is just way off. So in the next recipe that I'm doing, I am using 1 less gallon of water. I'm adding 1 pound of Pilsner malt to what I had. And I am doing only 1 ounce of hops versus the 2 ounces that I did last time. And then I'm also adding a water profile. And this is the new graph. So if I do everything correctly, this next one should be 6.3% alcohol. It'll have an SRM of 14, so just slightly darker, and it'll be 20 IBUs and only 0.35 BUGUs. So that may not mean anything to you guys, but that is the plan for the next beer. And honestly, I think the next beer is going to turn out really well, because this one did turn out well. It just had some issues. Okay. Okay, so third space, Oktoberfest, out of Milwaukee, versus mine. This one smells like sweet, almost citrus, has like a citrusy aspect to it. Very light, a lot more fragrant than mine as well. Mine is definitely more on the malty side of things on the nose. This is what it's supposed to taste like.
I'm okay.
You're just sitting there all sad like.
I don't feel like drinking beer. My tummy hurts.
Oh, Dobby. Did you drink your Moscow Mule?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's still a couple sips out of it.
Don't really.
Okay, so anyway, so this is like, first of all, I think I need to turn my carbonation up just a little bit. This is definitely more of like a bodied, and I know that my ABV is going to help with that too when I get that figured out. But this one definitely feels like it's got a little bit more carbonation in it. So I do feel like I can keep it at 15 psi probably, and keep it in there for like a little bit, and it'll keep getting the correct amount of carbonation in it. But this one is definitely more malty, bready, light-bodied. There's a little bit of hop, but it's so tame compared to this monstrosity. It's actually got a nice, crisp, light flavor to it, which mine is definitely more, it's like light-bodied, but it's heavy flavors. It's definitely more bready. This one is a little bit more crisp and fresh, or refreshing, I should say. Whereas this is a little bit more dense and thick. But yeah, overall, I can see that they're related. I mean, really, I really can. I really can see the resemblance between these two beers. You know, this one has a little bit more lightness and maybe even a little bit more of like a fruity. I don't like citrusy aspect in it. So I am actually, another thing that I'm doing in here for the next brew is I'm adding less hops, but I am adding a little bit of hops at the end of the boil to get a little bit more of like a flavor and aroma addition to the beer, which is something I did not do on this one. I only did it all at the beginning. So that should help with things a decent amount. Henry says, I will drink these samples in my limited edition Bourbon Bar, Glencairn. Oh, Hang AZ. Of course, I'm glad you can. As you should, because that is a master glass. You actually get special whiskey tasting powers when you drink out of a bourbon bar, Glenn. So, Sharon says, are you guys free this Saturday? Planning to have something at my mom's for the last time this summer. Last time?
No, why not?
So, well, first I'm brewing all morning. Then I'm going to a baby shower from my friend's house for their baby.
A bar, and they're having a separate thing for the guys. So you can almost guarantee that's going to go all night.
And then you have...
I work.
At night? Or during the week?
Until 5, and then I'm just going to go to that. But I can't be home
the
over the next day, so I'm thinking.
Engagement party?
Yeah.
Or no, what was that? Oh, you were going to go to the baby shower after.
I was going to try to go to the baby shower after.
Yeah. If it works out, Sarah, we will be there. But we also have an engagement party the next day. Wait, am I wrong to that?
Yes.
We also have an engagement party the next day. And it's just...
I can't be hungover and I can't be tired.
It's just a very busy time of their lives. But...
It's because everyone keeps getting married.
Yeah, stop getting married.
And all the extra time we spent on our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
We're too tired. I'm old. I can't be awake past 9 o'clock. I'm tired now.
I know. I'm like such an old man. Here's he says, no, that malted rye looks super exciting. Which, I'm not sure which malted rye he's talking
about beer, and I was like, what?
Yeah, the hops miscalculation is what it really changed it. What really changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. The hops is a little rough. She says, with where you are in Wisconsin, have you considered just using regular tap water instead of distilled, and then mixing the minerality? Locally, they specifically are here for the water.
Yeah, you probably could just use.
Yeah, the thing is, they say that. So I know that you can send your water out to get tested to see what's in it already, and then when you brew your beer with it, you got to add your little whatever tablet to get rid of the chlorine, and that Camden tablet to get rid of the chlorine, and then you have to adjust your salts to even out the whatever to the correct profile. But they also say that if your water tastes good, it's usually okay to brew with. Our water does not really taste that good.
Water doesn't taste good. It just doesn't taste like shit. Trust me, our water tastes good.
It doesn't taste that good. I mean, I've had good water. I grew up with the well water. That shit tastes fucking good. I'm just saying, like...
You live in such a little bubble, like...
Okay, but we're talking about imperfections that get seriously exploited after you brew it. So I'm not gonna brew an entire batch of beer and spend weeks on it just to have it turn out like shit because our water tastes bad.
Our water doesn't taste bad. You're just crazy.
It's the worst water it's the worst tap water that I've drank. Flavor-wise. Not saying it's bad water, I'm just saying taste-wise. Like, even, like, your parents' water doesn't taste like our water. Our old apartment water didn't taste like our water.
Well, the water comes from the same place.
Don't ask me why it tastes different. It just does not taste good. But anyway, it's worth looking into, I'm sure, but it's just almost easier to start with distilled water because I'm starting with a blank canvas. I can just add salts rather than having to balance the salts that are already there. So, 4-Leaf Whiskey, Stacey H is here, says cheers everyone. Stacey, cheers to you. Prost. Welcome to it. I see here that you are saying I'd have a puppers somewhere. It's way down here, actually. Hold on, I'll find it. Wait, where did she say it? She said it somewhere. Hold on. Oh, yeah, right here. Oh, fuck. I'd have a puppers. Yeah, me too. A puppers is a beer from Letterkenny.
Oh, I thought it was like she was talking about a puppy.
I'd have a dirt. No, it's Wisconsin. It is not Wisconsin. I don't miss homebrewing. We used to make mead a lot of work.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's fun. We're going to open a brewery one day, so you got to learn how to make good beer before that happens. If I serve this on tap, I don't think anyone's going to come. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's fun. I enjoy it. A bunch of people in town do not like the water, but all 3 microbrews speak very highly of the water. Yeah, I guess it's probably worth getting our water tested. I know you can send to the city and ask them for a breakdown of the water, and sometimes they'll give it to you. I've done like the research on that kind of stuff, and it's probably worth a try. You know, maybe our water is good for brewing beer. I guess I don't know. I'm also curious because her boss, I mean, she works at a brewery, so I can just ask her boss what he uses for water. And a lot of times,
I don't know if Swamico gets their water in the same.
I don't think they do, but I'm just curious, like if he uses water, like does water chemistry and stuff. The other thing is like big breweries like that, they kind of have to use like tap water because if they make so much beer that if they use distilled water, it costs a lot of money.
That's true.
Mead is easier than beer, not as messy. That's true, and I feel like less steps, right? Like you can almost just add yeast to something sugary and make mead. Maybe I guess.
Does it mean how to honey?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't necessarily know how to make mead. But I feel like with mead, you could almost just make honey water and add yeast at the pH levels, right? I don't know. I've watched too many videos of people adding yeast to Mountain Dew and fermenting it into a Mountain Dew mead. So, I don't know. Peter says most places say, just what we need, another brewery. Wisconsin says, great, we needed another brewery. Exactly. I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's not like 8 just in this one town.
I mean, there is, but they're all fucking busy all the time. So.
Yeah.
Tree says, our local water authority has our mineral content tests for every single one of their sources. I think it's state law. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I know, and I know it changes too, so it's something you have to test every so often, but it's not a bad thing to look into, you know? Like, I wouldn't mind trying to brew with Wisconsin water.
Well, where do you think the water from Woodman's is coming from? It's just filtered out water from Lake Michigan.
Well, I know, but it's still. Yeah, so, okay. These beers are good.
Did you spill everywhere? Did you forget how to use your lips? You have big plump lips for no reason?
I think this one is clearly better. I'm not going to pretend that mine's great. Because it's not. But it is actually not horrible. It's not as bad as I thought it was. When I first tasted it, I had some disappointment in myself. And I expected it. I told you guys on the live stream already about last week what I was expecting from this beer. And it really lived up to it. And honestly, I don't even think it's as bad as I thought it would be. Especially not after the first taste. The first taste of this thing straight out of the fermenter, oh, that was rough. I mean, don't get me wrong. It needed to carbonate and cool down and kind of filter out, you know, and lager a little bit, but that was a rough experience. I did not enjoy it. I do, however, thoroughly enjoy that. Whatever beam product you put in here, or Heaven Hill product, this could just be an ECVP. It's just got nuts. It's got so much nuts. Nuts and sweet. Oh, a little oaky. Oh, yeah. I like that. At least what it smells like on the nose smells fantastic. Sorry. So, Arizona water is hard and yucky. I believe it. I mean, it probably, I guess, I don't know. I've never had Arizona water, but I honestly don't even know, like, I don't think about it. So when I go other places and I drink water, I don't really think about, like, this water tastes different than our good old Wisconsin water.
Oh, I can taste the difference. Like, if we, like, when we went to New York and we had water at restaurants, it's not the same.
Yeah. Bad pug. She tried to jump and bowl my samples. How dare she?
How dare
She just wants-
she wants them.
Yeah, I was gonna say she just wants some good ass whiskey, man.
Sometimes Marta jumps up here because he wants some whiskey. Actually, it's
Yeah.
because he's freaking hungry.
Sure, he says uncarbonated to start with doesn't help. Yeah, you're telling me it certainly did not help. But it is what it is, and now that it has
Thanks for sharing.
now that it has carbonated a bit and kind of sat for a while, I do think it is significantly better. I really am eager for someone who enjoys hoppy beers to try it because maybe they'll like it. I don't know. So Mr. Derek Whiting is gonna have to come over and give it a try, and same with Casey. Both of those two enjoy their occasional IPAs. So I guess they'll be the real test to see if it's, worth saving, worth keeping. But Wellwater in northern Arizona is pretty good. Phoenix Metro sucks. Well, that's fair. Were you half in the bag when you were brewing? No, actually, I was busting ass just trying to get shit done. I'm totally unprepared. I thought I was prepared, and then turns out I wasn't. So, but it was fun. Our first
hour? Because I didn't do anything.
My first brew day. It was hectic but fun. So, Derek Whiting says, I showed Loren my mug.
That sounds horrible.
I'm a little bit confused. What mug?
Oops, I kicked my puppy.
He needs to come over and taste some of this so I can get his opinion. Oh my god. Hold on. Show the people. It's Polliner. Hold on. There we go. Come on, focus.
Why is your camera stuck today?
I don't know.
Because your face is in it.
Marta, you gotta move your head, bro. I'm gonna squish you. I mean, they can definitely see. It's funnier if you see it focused. Look at it. He's just gonna get really big and not be there.
Why doesn't it work?
Hold on, I found it. Oh.
Oh, hold on, you're going too fast.
Oh, it's irritating. You know what? Fuck it. You guys can't see. Just. Okay, whatever. You guys can see how big the mug is. You can't. It's a little blurry, but that's okay. So yes, Derek is gonna come over with that mug and just have a big stein of Holden's Homebrew. Quick, get Loren a Red Bull. Red Bull would give you wings, that's for sure.
I don't want no Red Bull.
You don't want wings?
No, I want to go sleep.
Oh.
I had to wake up early and I had a long day.
Whitingstein? Indeed. I'm sorry. You didn't even tell the people what I got you today.
Holden got me flowers for the first time in his entire life.
No. Holden got her flowers for the first time in his entire life for no reason. I've gotten her flowers before. There's just always been a reason, like proposing, Valentine's Day.
I think we should have stopped at proposing. I didn't get shit on Valentine's Day.
But yes, she just had a bad day, so I bought her flowers. But she didn't.
I just had a long day, and then my car check engine light came on, and then it went away, and then it was just like craziness, and then yeah.
It sounds like a long day. Okay. This feels different than I thought it was. It's got a sweet, citrusy fruit on the palate. Funky, even. It definitely tastes high age. I definitely think it could either be high age. There's good oak characteristics on it. And the proof seems there. Granted, I've been drinking beer all night, so my proof radar might be a little off, but it could be like a high-aged Buffalo Trace product, or it's just like very sweet on the palate. Sweet and a little bit funky too. It's like it could be Shanks, or no. Maybe Bomb Burgers, but I'm not entirely sure. Initially I thought it was a bean product. I thought it had a little bit of nutty aspect on it, but right now it's tasting like a little bit more on the citrusy, older, oakier side of things. It doesn't taste too proofy. Low 100s. I would say low 100s. Man, I don't even know. I almost just want to say Bomb Burgers, but we got a couple things to say with it. So proof, I'm going 105. The proof, I'll say that it is not finished. I'm gonna say that it was $100. I'm gonna say it's a bourbon, and I think my bottle guess has to be. It almost tastes like a burr rye, but I think my guess is gonna. It's just funky. It could be finished, but I'm gonna say not finished, but it could be. It could be the funkiness that I'm getting. I'm gonna go with Bomb Burgers.
No.
I'm gonna go with. Is it one of the Blood Oaths?
No.
Or Yellowstone?
No.
Is it a Buffalo Trace product?
No.
Is it a Bean product?
No.
Is it a Heaven Hill product?
No.
Well, now I'm confused. Is it Shanks?
No.
The Maker's Mark product?
No.
Is it a Wild Turkey product?
No.
Is it a J. Henry product?
No.
What the fuck is it then? Alright. I give up. I've already put in my answers, so what the fuck is this?
I'll give you a hint. It's from. Hold on, close your eyes. It is from Utah.
What is this? Alrighty then. Oh my. That is. It explains a lot. It explains a lot. It does not bode very well for me.
Okay.
So.
We can suck sometimes.
I said that this is a bourbon. It's not, it's a rye. I said that it wasn't finished. It is finished. I said that it was 105 proof, and it is 98.5 or 98.6. I said that it was $100. It's like $150.
I don't think I paid $80 for it.
No.
There's no way. I went to the store and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go pay $150 for this bourbon."
It might have been $130, but it hasn't been $80 for like 5 years.
We got it like 3 years ago.
5 years.
So that's close.
Maybe 6 years. It's, yeah. Well, no, this is Act 10, right? So only 2 years ago. Because Act 12 is coming out this year. I think. But anyway, no, wait, is it? No, we got this last year.
No, we did not. I got that for you like many years ago.
We were in our apartment.
Yes, and last year we were in here.
You're right. Okay. It makes sense but at the same time, it hurts a little bit.
Well, not all of us can be good at what we do.
I think I really, really liked this on the nose. I think
Well, since you moaned into the camera, I hope you liked it.
I was a little confused once I drank it, though. I mean, you can visually see that the palate was not what I was expecting, which probably is the rye part finished in port barrels.
God.
Jeez, Marta, you scared me. You know,
What was he doing? Just standing
he
there.
touched me. He like touched my leg. He's like, and I'm like, what the fuck? How did Lauren's hand get all the way down there?
I don't have that long of arms.
I can't believe I said all the things I said that this could be. I thought it was beam, and I thought it was, man, that's crazy.
Sometimes you just suck. But it's okay.
That's true. Bino says, damn, I'll try it. Polliner is fantastic. I don't think I liked it that much, did I?
It was alright. That was when we had the thing, right?
Yeah. I have the glass version of that. It's a 1 liter mug that comes with the 1 liter can of Polliner Oktoberfest. Yeah, this mug is only a half liter. What did he do? What did you do? Can I get a liter of cola? A liter of cola. Give you a mustache ride. Check engine lights are a Ponzi scheme.
It's stupid.
Yeah, stupid. VW even. Oh, wait.
I don't have a VW.
Dare Wedding says, I will say the Polliner is one of the best Oktoberfest beers I have had. The German beers are on a different level. Did we just have bad palates? Why didn't we like it?
I'm not sure.
It wasn't horrible.
I think it was just lighter than it works.
Yeah, it was more of a... I'm pretty sure it's more of a fest beer, right? Their Oktoberfests are typically more of a fest beer over there in Germany, whereas in America, we like Marzen. I think the one I had was a fest beer.
Maybe.
Because it was very light.
Ah.
I mean, it looked like a Pilsner.
God.
Anyways, he says, good one, Lauren.
What did I do?
Lauren! 111 degrees, probably picked a good bottle of whiskey. 111 degrees in Phoenix today, make it stop. Yeah, no fucking thank you. It was 70 today.
73.
Right? 73.
Nice. So today it had a little breeze. It was kind of chilly. It was nice.
Spaten is the original Oktoberfest. Polliner is a very worthy second.
I never had Spaten.
Me either. Casey is in the closet waiting for them to leave so he can come pour the good stuff. I wish he was. I'd make him drown in my beer.
Casey will be here next week.
East Coast Liquor Review says it's been almost an hour. Time to chug that homebrew. I don't know about chug, but I can drink it a little faster. You're not wrong. Midwinter Night's Dram. Yeah, that was horrible. I mean, not horrible, but like, I didn't get a single point. I called it beam, and I said it had a nutty profile.
You like nuts, that's okay.
That beer is getting warm. There are thirsty children across the globe who would chug that beer. Or that beer is getting warm, not beer. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's... The more I drink it, the less I hate it. Notice how I didn't say that I loved it. It just gets slowly less worse. It doesn't get better, just slowly less worse. Shuri says, I remember when you got that bottle, it was not that long ago, and it can't be with that act number. Maybe that's the second bottle you have. No, it's the first.
That's the first one.
I remember vividly, we were live streaming in the old apartment, but it very well could have been, well, by now, but it had to be 2 years ago. Because last year was Act 11 came out, and I think I saw it and didn't buy it because the price had went up again.
Again?
But yeah, I was live streaming in the old apartment. I saw on Facebook.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw on Facebook that they had it at Woodman's, so I had Loren go during the live stream. I had to just go to Woodman's.
No, I was on my way home from work.
Oh yeah, you were almost home already, or no? You got home and I told you in person.
No.
Are you sure? I
bitched about it for a whole day, and you were like, until I fucking stopped. And you didn't give me good dick that night.
You don't even remember when we got it. How do you remember me not giving you good dick? Let's be honest, I always do. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's on a live stream. I'm pretty sure you brought it home while I was still live streaming, so.
I just started and I was on my way home.
Yeah. She said having to go out and buy that bottle on our way home, and the price was Chateau Bauer. Yes, it was in fact a Chateau Bauer moment. Al Gordon, kind of like Hal Jordan, says, "Evening, everyone. I'm late to join. Well, welcome to it. We're glad you're here anyway. And cheers." Hanging Z says, "Holden is starting to look like a Chicago sports fan with that stash. The Bears, the Bulls."
Well, the stash is going to be gone soon because he's going to be Jon Snow for Halloween, and Jon Snow doesn't have a stash.
And he also knows nothing.
Which is why he sucks so bad at guessing the whiskey.
That's true. I'm just practicing for my Halloween costume. Bino says, "Yes, Holden." I got Bino come taste this thing. Does he like IPAs?
People like anything that you say is beer.
That's true. Meat and Butter Night Dram Act 11 kind of sits on the shelves in Alberta, 150 to 170 Canadian. They finally made so much, there's no panic, plus the stupid price. Yeah, so this year, Act 10, I found it on Facebook and had Loren get it, and then I had seen it in person like 3 other times after that, and then Act 11 was everywhere. Like, I saw Act 11 numerous times and didn't buy it because they raised the prices so much. It's insane. Like, it doesn't need to cost that much. $100 would be okay. $80 would be amazing, but $150 is not it. Sugar says Fest beer is a Martin. Are you sure? Because from my understanding and research, a Fest beer is a lighter-bodied, different version of a Martin. Fest beer is what they drink in Germany, and Martin is what they drink in America. But America, you can still make a Fest beer and a Martin as 2 different beers. But I know that you're way smarter than me, Sugar Kitty, so I'm not trying to tell you what's what. Because clearly you know, but I'm just curious. Because I thought Fest beer was different. I thought Fest beer was lighter in color, lighter in flavor, like body, less malty, more pilsnery, and I thought that they did it to cater it toward the domestic beer-loving individuals. And then the Martin is their traditional style stuff that they used to make more back in the day. But I don't know. I'm just kidding. Keep up the good work, bud. It's a cool stream. Thank you so much, and thanks for coming in as always. We really appreciate you being here. So keep showing up. Love it. Love seeing you here. Sugar says Loren is correct. You are hounding her to pick it up on her way home.
I'm always correct.
She is always correct. Whiskey D. I don't get whiskey D. If anything, whiskey makes me perform better in the bed. It's like, I guess my blood flowing. Oh, what are you shaking your head at? As if our most.
Everyone just shut your mouth. Nobody needs to know this.
Just saying.
Just zip it.
Statistically.
No. Nobody wants to hear this. You're a nasty man.
Okay. Tuesdays are a good day. I have sampled 3 different Midwinter Nights drams. Meh. Yeah, I agree with the meh statement. I would buy it if it was cheaper, but after this one, I doubt I'll buy another, at least for a couple batches, or until they bring the price down.
I need a massage.
But I would jump on a High West Bur Rye. See, I've never had a High West Bur Rye, but I have had other Bur Ryes, and they're all fantastic. The original Spaten made a Martin for the wedding festival, and that's what turned into the Fest beer. Okay. Interesting.
See, TMI. Get your shit together.
Hit the likes on the way out. Figure out. That's what I figured out. Fuck. Yes, make sure you guys are looking at like and like and like. You guys know how it's done here on the Bourbon Bar. Also, he said TMI Holden. You know what, hanging? That's okay. Let's be honest. Loren has said way worse things.
I just say jokes.
You guys don't see it, but sometimes she grabs me inappropriately on the stream. I'm just saying. And they think I'm bad. For 180, it should be wow. For 180, it should damn near go to work for me. Like,
I wish you would go to work for me. You'd be horrible at my job.
yes, but you'd be horrible at mine, so I think it's fair.
That's not true. I would catch on eventually.
Eventually?
Eventually. It just might take me a little bit.
How long?
I don't know, maybe like a month or 3
Years?
months.
Um,
Look at how cool this apple cider is. It's gonna done.
yeah, you guys excited for fall? Because honestly, Oktoberfest is really putting me in the mood.
I'm ready for Christmas time.
Tell us about it.
I like Christmas. I went to the snowy. I think the Farmer's Almanac said that this winter is going to be very cold and very snowy. I hope it gets snowing before Christmas.
I'm okay with the cold. Well, fuck no. I'm okay with the snow. I hate cold. So, I'd rather it be snowy than cold.
I think it said that we were going to have another polar vortex.
Oh. Not a polar vortex.
Winter prediction. Farmer's Almanac releases the 2024-2025 predictions. Cold, wet, and white is what we're getting.
Oh, cold, wet, and white.
Yeah, you're usually warm.
See, and that's not TMI? Okay.
No, it's funny when I say it.
Alrighty then. Tricky says, there was one of the recent Midwinter Nights drams that had a part in the white port. Oh, okay, yes. So that was Midwinter Nights dram. That was Act 10, but it was their distillery only release for Act 10. Like they had 2 Act 10s. It was the Encore. It was Act 10 Encore. Was the white port barrels. And then this was the Act 10. Yeah, the one that I have is the normal port version of the one you're talking about. That was quite good. Others are okay, but it's not $100. It's no $100 bottle, let alone $150. I wholeheartedly agree. You couldn't have said any better. NAD says they're going to have some Bushmills on the rocks. Too hot for the good stuff. I don't blame you. 111 degrees is fucking insane. So, would rather get a Sagamore port cask if I could find one. I believe that. Honestly, like, this is alright. It smelled really good. It still smells very good.
La, 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 la.
But, I don't know. The palate of it's alright. It's alright. Cold, wet, and white could be a Samoyed's nose. Not saying that.
Like the animal, isn't that
What's
a dog?
A Samoyed?
Yeah.
I don't know. There you go. Yes, the Encore. The Encore. I deserve an Encore, right? What is the Encore? It's like the beginning to the pre. The Encore would be, or the Encore the end.
What are you asking me?
Encore is a theater term, right? Or book term for either that's the epilogue.
When you say encore, it means like do again. Like encore means like to replay. Like at the end of a concert, they say encore a lot. Like a lot of times, like they'll like come back on stage. It's their encore.
Oh.
Which it's like
I knew it was okay. I knew it was something. I clearly just did not know
what. About your beer?
Huh?
What are they talking about?
There was when I got this Midwinter Nights dram. There was a distillery only release called the Encore.
Oh yeah, it's the second. Yeah.
Which was a white port barrel finished. Encore is extra at the end. There you go. The Midwinter Nights dram Act 5 had a significant amount of 16-year-old Barton rye with the MGP. Yeah, well, I knew the older ones were fucking good, but like, it's just a shame that they can't stay good, you know? It's an all-white dog, kind of husky only.
I knew it!
Always all white.
See, do you see how smart I am and how stupid you are? I'm just kidding. That was too mean.
Anyway, I love huskies. Cover Marco's ears. I always wanted a husky.
You don't want a fucking husky, and I'm not getting a husky.
No, don't get me wrong. I don't want to take care of a husky. I don't
take care of our dog. I do everything.
I don't want to take care of a husky. I just want one because they're cute.
Well,
and they're sled dogs, and they're cool, and they're smart. But I don't want one because that's way too much. Get it? We dog knows. Hold on.
Wet? I think you meant wet.
Oh, get it? Wet dog nose?
I don't know. Yeah, wet dog nose.
I understand. Makes more sense now. But, to be fair, it's all part of the Chateau Bow Wow experience. You're going to be in the doghouse and you're going to get a wet dog nose.
I gotta get dragon nails for my Halloween costume.
Hey. Do you like dragons?
Dragging your dick where it don't belong?
No, I was going to say, and drag these nuts across your face.
Huh, I think mine was better.
No, it wasn't. You're stealing my pudding joke. Every time someone says something about pudding, I always look at Loren and she knows that I'm about to say, I like pudding. Putting my dick where it don't belong.
Sometimes I just ignore it when I say, oh yeah, I know.
So mean. Also, you're not even...
I know, I slowly made it that way. I just wanted to make sure you were still alive.
Hey, he says, I have half husky, half German Shepherd. Great dog. That...
You mixed one of those things with your pug?
No, he had half German Shepherd, half husky. That sounds insane. Take two of the hardest working fucking gangster ass dogs and then breed them together.
I don't want none of those dogs. That
would be quite the combination. Huskies are very large but very calm. Just don't think you're going to tell one what to do. Yes.
They howl. They're like...
They're also very smart and they shed a lot.
And you have to comb it because they have undercoats.
I want an Alaskan Malamute. It is the super big version of a Siberian Husky, and it's like owning a fucking wolf. Like, it's like fucking massive, but it looks like a husky, which already looks like a wolf. So like it's cool. Like,
I'm so glad you have all these dreams, but I'm gonna tell you no too.
You know, is he gonna be Ghost?
No, I was gonna get him dragon wings.
Oh, I guess he could be a dragon, but he also could be. Him. We could get him some white red contacts, and then spray paint him white and make him into Ghost because that would be Jon Snow's direwolf. Drag these gold. Chateau Bow Wow. That's my permanent residence, believe it or not. Huskies don't eat much considering all the work they do. Interesting. Yeah, you know, I feel like I also don't think I would work a husky hard enough. They need that kind of physical work and mental stimulation of a work dog, and so it takes a lot of effort. Husky and German Shepherd all of a sudden goes tough to control. They have a mind of their own. I believe it. That's got to be a very independent, don't fuck with me kind of dog, you know?
Our dog looks like a fairy.
Do you look like a fairy, mister?
Look up.
He's like...
He's like, are you going to feed me? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. That's
Dragon balls these nuts. Got him. You never seen that? These nuts.
You're giving me the ick.
These nuts.
You can stop.
You've seen the video, right?
Yeah.
These nuts.
Everyone's seen the video.
I give myself the ick when I do that, to be fair. Huskies will vocally tell you where to go. Huskies are cool. Dragon balls these nuts. I read that one already. My bad. There was a Malamute here in town a few years ago. Had hard to tell the difference between it and a coyote, particularly its temperament. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever actually want a Malamute, but I do think they're pretty cool. I am a good dog trainer. I used to be a good dog trainer.
Holden does not care about her dog.
That is simply not true. Loren just treats our dog like he's an actual human baby.
Okay, and?
I treat our dog like he's just a good doggy. Good doggy. I treat him like a dog, though, because that's what he is. I treat him good. Loren just treats him insane.
We love each other.
See, like, that shouldn't have sounded sexual, but the way she said it and the way she feels about him, it just makes you wonder sometimes.
You're gross. No, people are gonna think I'm weird. You're the weird one, and we both know it.
Alrighty. Well, it's only an hour and 10 minutes in, but I know you don't feel great. I'm out of curry. And I'm out of whiskey. I'm gonna be out of beer soon.
I found one of Murtaugh's hairs in my drink.
Oh no! Did you tell everyone how your Moscow Mule is today?
It's really limey.
Really limey? You put too much lime in it?
I might have. I can't find the hair. You drink it until you find the hair.
No, I don't think I will.
But
I
found it.
Our coyotes, like the Pennsylvania and New York ones, are actually a hybrid of coyote and wolf. Oh yes, they are big. I don't know if that's cool or scary.
Why I can't grab
because like you said coyote, and I'm thinking like the coyotes around here are kind of more like a hyena type. Like they're like smaller and grungy looking, right? They're more like feral. They're like a feral looking dog.
Yeah, they're not like.
They're like a smaller feral looking. Like a coyote would be like the size of Murtaugh.
Probably.
But like more feral looking.
I've never seen a coyote.
I've seen like the coyote statues.
Well, I've seen
one
at
in
the
real life.
wildlife sanctuary, but I guess I don't. That's a long time ago. I don't go
Yeah.
around looking for them. Did you see that there was a bear in downtown Gatlinburg chasing people?
Really?
Yeah, it's on TikTok. I saw it.
Hangout is trying to fire you up, I guess. It says, now if we took Pepper's brain and put it on... Oh, wait, sorry. He's talking about a dog. And I thought he was talking about Pitbull the rapper. And I thought he was... I don't know. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck Pepper is. But like, him, like, I don't know. In my brain. Anyway. Pepper's brain and Pitbull's body. That'd be scary. Yeah. I mean... People think pit bulls are monsters, but they're just a dog. They just need to be treated like a dog, like other dogs, just with love and all that kind of stuff. But yeah. So we're down to 4 people in the chat, and I think it's about time we log off. Because
I want to go to bed.
Lauren's tired, she doesn't feel very good, and running out of stuff to drink and do. But thank you all so much for being here. Honestly, I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys know that. You guys are what makes Tuesdays a good day. And I like talking to you guys and hanging out and catching up and doing all the chit-chatting stuff that we get to do, right?
Yeah.
It's
I
fun.
won't be here next week.
The Loren show is going to have to take a hiatus next week because next week Casey will be here. And then he'll get to try the beer. He'll probably try it before then, to be fair. But that being said, thank you all so much for being here. We love you all. Make sure you guys are licking the like and liking the lick. You guys know how it's done on these Tuesday nights, not afternoons.
What is afternoon?
But make sure you guys go and check out all the rest of the people who are live streaming tonight. Usually it's 21090, Bourbon Junkies, sometimes my Bourbon Journey. I'm sure Sugar Kitty will put the links in the chat. Oh wait, he's already got one up. My Bourbon Journey is on next. And there's a link there for you guys to go check it out. So hashtag TGIT. I said good day. I said good day. Holden and Loren. I said good day. Also, Pepper is a pug. Oh, so we put Pepper the pug's brain.
Like Peppa the pig?
Pepper the pig and Pepper the pug. Oh, they could be friends. Okay, so it's My Bourbon Journey and then 21090. So make sure you guys are going and jumping around to all the cool peoples who are going to be streaming tonight. And yeah, thank you all for being here. And we'll see you all in the next class. Cheers.
That was not it. That was fine.
on Tabby. Bye bye. Goodbye, everybody.